Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of Stitch Nation. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. This is going to be a very exciting show. We've never talked about fabric before, and we have a very special guest from So English. It is Heidi Hilmerson. She is here today to give you all of the fun details and all of the fun going into fabrics and what you need to know and all the differences and everything like that. Super exciting show in store for you guys today. Just a couple quick announcements before we get started. Tomorrow, make sure you guys tune into SMP Live. We have Jiffy steamers coming in. It's getting hot in here. We're getting steamy, okay? We're talking all about steamers, all the new handhelds. We've got some new exciting products to show you guys. It's gonna be a really great show tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And next week, we've got Takeover Tuesday and another episode of Stitch Nation. There's Kyle, right? He's always got to sneak in. Someone said, Dorothy Belcher said, fabric is my weakness. Yes, it is all of our weaknesses. I buy fabric that I don't even know what to use it for. I feel like we all have that struggle, but that's okay. We just keep it. We save it, right? Let me shout out some people today. We've got Kathy Heath. Good morning. Steve and Norma Kaufman from San Marcos. I'm from San Marcos too. Hey, locals. Linda Brooks. We've got Julie Burge, Arnell Burrows. I'm so excited you guys are all here today. I'm seeing some familiar faces too. We've got Wolf Geist. I see you know me. She was on here early this morning. Hi everyone. I'm so excited for you guys all to be here today. But let me just get right into it and let me get Heidi on here and let's chat real quick, and then she is going to take the floor all on fabric. Okay, let's bring her on. Hi,
Good
Heidi.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kennedy.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing well. And yourself?
I'm great. I'm excited for all you have to show us today.
I am too. Talking about fabric is my favorite thing. You're going to have to keep me on time because I could talk about fabric forever.
Oh my gosh, I can too. It's crazy. Whenever I'm over at the store, I just wander the fabric and I'm like, what do I need today? What do I need today?
Feeling all the
It's
fabric.
so great. It's so
I
great.
shop with
Yes,
my
feeling.
hands. So,
Yes. I
yes.
feel like everybody can relate to that. Do you shop and you have to feel the fabric? You have to.
And
It's a
that's one of the
necessity.
reasons that I'm here today, because when you're shopping online, you can't feel the fabric. So
Exactly.
I
And
brought
so
away
English
your
is
hands today
online.
to show you what the fabric feels like so that you can feel more
Yes.
confident when you shop online.
Yes, that is so important. Well, just real quick before I let you go off, so you are with So English, so where can we find you guys after today's show?
So English Fabrics is located in Oceanside, California, but we ship nationwide. So I'll show you the website in a little while so you can be more familiar with it. And so you can just hop on there, shop your fabric, I'll be your hands, and then we'll ship it right to your home. So I'm actually located in
Perfect.
Tennessee, so I'm joining you
Oh
remotely
my gosh. Oh
today.
my gosh. Look
Yeah,
at that. I thought you were out here.
are most of the viewers local?
We've got them from all over. Let's see. We've got some people in Houston. We've got some in New York. They're everywhere. We do have some locals tuning in though too, but they're all over. They all join in. I mean, some people met because of our shows.
Yeah.
We've got people who are now friends and they hang out, and it's so great. So we've got people all over who can still shop, which is
So
great.
fun. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments, and we'll do some Q&As at the end. Other than that, take it away, Heidi.
Yes, be sure to hit me with your questions throughout. Kennedy, feel free to interject with any questions. I absolutely love those. So I love the title of this program, Stitch Nation, because being a part of this community or this growing nation is just so fulfilling to me, both pursuing my craft and meeting others with similar interests that I can learn from and teach. So I know that many of the people joining me today have extensive knowledge with their machines, with their fabric, with sewing, with notions, but many of you may be a little bit less familiar with knit fabrics or sewing apparel. So I know if you've worked on bags or quilts, I can learn so much from you. I've made a couple quilts, but I cannot even pretend to be in your league. But apparel fabric specifically, or apparel sewing specifically with knit fabric, is where my passion lies, and it is what I'm going to share with you today. So yes, I do work for a fabric store. Really, it's just so I can collect a lot of fabric. So my main goal today is for you to leave this presentation feeling like you have a better understanding of knit fabric types and feeling excited about maybe diving in and sewing a knit garment. If it's just a simple basic tee, at the end of the presentation, I will give you a coupon code for a free PDF pattern for a basic t-shirt. It has a couple add-ons as well, like a little flutter sleeve, so that if you do the basic t-shirt and you feel like that went really well and I love my t-shirt, you can try it again, you can change it up a little bit, and it becomes really versatile. So be sure to, Kennedy, remind me to hand out that code at the end. So I'm just gonna dive in and start talking about the fabric. If you have any questions or there's a fabric type that I haven't covered by the end, be sure to ask me. So English carries two main types of fabric. We probably have 30 types. But if you walk away only better understanding these two, then you will have really learned something today about knit fabrics and garment sewing. So the first one I'm going to show you today is called French Terry. Now, when you visit our website, we do have 700 different kinds of fabric, and it can be overwhelming. Like I said, you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't stretch it. So I'm going to help you understand, but I'm also going to keep popping over and showing you the website so that when you land there, it's not as confusing. So I'm just going to share my screen just for 20 seconds and show you. Am I doing this right? Share. Yes. This. Can you see it, Kennedy? All right, this is the So English Fabrics website, main page. And the way that I like to shop is shopping by fabric. So if you look across here, right across the top under the blue banner, you can see right over here by the right, shop by fabric. So these are the fabric types that I'm going to introduce you to today. Brushed poly is our most popular fabric, and French terry, the one I'm going to talk about first, is our second most popular. So if you click French terry, you can see all the different types of French terry. And that way you've isolated the fabric that you're most interested in. And it kind of cuts away a little bit of that visual clutter. All right, stop sharing. A little bit of that visual clutter so that, there I am, you're not so overwhelmed. And so you can shop with more confidence and know that when the fabric arrives in your home, it is exactly what you wanted. So let me show you real quick one of my favorite French terry prints. I've got them all lined up here. Isn't this beautiful? So first we'll talk about the fabric type itself. This is a medium weight sweatshirt fabric is how we classify it. So you can see it has a soft jersey face on the front, and on the back are tiny, tiny, almost imperceptible loops. And it is these loops that give it the name terry. It's nothing like a terry cloth. It's very soft and almost imperceptible on the back. It does lend it a little bit of body. And what I like about that is that the fabric doesn't lay as close to your own body because it has a little bit more of a crisp hand, if you can see that. So this is an amazingly versatile fabric that will work well for sweatshirts, hoodies, lounge pants, shorts, you name it, it works well for this. It even works well for dresses. You can see that even though I said crisp hand, look at that drape. Would make an absolutely gorgeous dress. And these colors are just stunning. I love the visual interest with the all over print. So beautiful. So this is the Navy Eden. And I want to mention now that if you're not wanting to jot down all these things at the end of the presentation, if you want to email for a resource list, then I can email you the entire resource list of everything I mentioned. So every fabric name with a link to the fabric. I'll also mention a couple resources. So a link to the free t-shirt pattern that I'll be handing out. All of that can be found by emailing our customer service team at hello@SoSoEnglishFabrics. All right, so I'm going to move on to another French terry that I think is just so adorable. This is our floral dinos. And I love this print because it's gender neutral. Dinos are not just for boys. Boys can love this print. Girls can love this print. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's just a really unique and novel take on a dino print. Again, so soft and squishy. This works so well for children's apparel. It has two-way stretch. So that means that the stretch runs from the selvage horizontally across the fabric. And this has approximately 35 to 45% horizontal stretch and 0 vertical stretch, just a little bit of give. And no vertical stretch is something that I consider a positive for many patterns, meaning that when you wear the garment, it's not going to grow throughout the day as you wear the garment. Some patterns require 4-way stretch, and we will choose those for those patterns. But when you see 2-way stretch, just know that it's a little bit more stable, and that's certainly not a negative thing. All right, and I just wanted to show you that we also carry a wide variety of solids and stripe, polka dot, you name it, we carry it on French terry. So all of the French terry fabrics that I have shown you today are poly, rayon, spandex blends. And you will see them listed on the site with the abbreviation PRS, which stands for poly, rayon, spandex. These fabrics all feel the same. They have that squishy, light, super soft feel to them, very comfortable. So if you're looking for this fabric that I've mentioned, PRS French Terry. And again, you don't have to remember it. Just email us at hello@SewingMachinesPlus.com and I will provide you with everything you need. All right, now we're going to talk about our most popular fabric. This is called double brushed polyester or double brushed poly. Now, if you've worked with polyester in the past, you may know that it kind of got a bad rap for a while there. It was stiff and uncomfortable and hot. And polyester has come such a long way that many of our customers that are familiar with the older style of polyester are absolutely blown away when they feel just how soft this polyester is. If you have felt those really soft leggings that people sometimes wear, the bright colors, really soft brushed feel, those are generally double brushed polyester. So this beautiful ivory mustard floral print. You can see this beautiful scale. Double brush polyester has four-way stretch. It stretches both horizontally and vertically. Generally, it has more stretch horizontally. Again, about 50% stretch horizontally. And vertically, this probably has about 30% vertical. So double brush poly is our most popular fabric because it is so versatile. It works well for tops, tank tops, dresses, cardigans, leggings, lounge pants, children's clothes, adult clothing, and it's very, very durable. So it keeps its bright, crisp color. It wears well, launders well, requires no special treatment when laundering. I did want to mention Rayon Spandex French Terry does contain some rayon. And rayon, by its nature, can pill if it has friction applied. And it's the friction that you want to avoid to keep your handmade garment looking new. So if you're using a fabric that contains rayon, simply be careful during the laundering process to turn your garment inside out so that the friction is applied to the backside of the fabric. Wash your garment with other soft fabrics, so no jeans or towels or anything that may rub and cause friction. And if you follow these steps, you will keep your garment looking new for a long time. Okay, so let's look at, this was an ivory mustard floral, and I can link that for you if you so wish. Look at this beautiful one. I am crazy about the ones that kind of look like watercolor. And I love the black. You can see how large that space is. We call that the ground. This has a larger ground. So I like the way it breaks up the floral print with just a couple loose petals. This is the black Jill floral double brushed polyester. You may also see double brushed polyester abbreviated as DBP because it is so popular on our site that our customers come asking for it again and again and again, and so they have shortened the name to DBP. You know, another thing this works well for is underwear. I make all my family's underwear from scratch because once I started sewing their underwear, they never wanted to go back to store-bought again. Four-way stretch, wonderful recovery. So recovery refers to when you stretch the fabric, how quickly and how much does it return to its original shape. So we've all worn those pants that halfway through the day, they're bagging out in the bottom, they're bagging out in the knee, and that is poor recovery. Many fabrics have less recovery, but DBP has excellent recovery. So your kids' garments will stay holding their shape all day long, no matter how hard they play. So I just wanted to show you two more prints real quick, both in the DBP, just to show a little bit more of the versatility of the wide range. We have over 70 prints, solids, stripes, polka dots of DBP. We have fun children's prints, and then we have coordinating prints because you can see how pretty these two would go together. Imagine like a raglan t-shirt with this. I'd probably do polka dot sleeves, do you think, for the body? and polka dot sleeves. Can you see that? That'll be so cute. All right, so we've covered our two most popular fabrics, double brush poly and French terry. Do we have any questions about those two before I move on to some of our wider range of fabrics? Does polyrayon spandex shrink? It will shrink very minimally. I always pre-wash my fabrics just to remove anything that was in the manufacture or the shipping of the fabric. I always pre-wash, but very, very minimally. I would almost say no, except that small amount of rayon that it contains is a semi-natural fiber, and it will shrink just a little bit. Double brush poly, however, does not shrink at all. It's extremely durable. You can put that one to the test. All right, so next we have ITY. ITY is a slinky, dressy fabric, and ITY stands for interlock, twist, yarn. And it is more drapey than either of the two that I have shown you at the beginning of our program. Look at this beautiful drape. It's a fluid drape. So one of the things I like about ITY is that it has a cool hand. It actually feels cooler temperature when you touch it with your hand. And so I like to wear it in the summertime. I told you I'm in Tennessee. I have two boys that play baseball almost every afternoon, and it is 102 degrees today. So ITY, look at this beautiful large scale print with the eggplant and the navy and the olive. Absolutely beautiful. So ITY is, again, polyester spandex blend. So polyester is not what we used to think of it. It is soft and silky and just so comfortable to wear. It's one of the reasons why I cannot go back to wearing store-bought garments, because I'm just so comfortable, both because of the fabric and because of the fit. When your clothes fit properly, when your sleeves are long enough, and you're not always tugging on your clothes to keep them in place, you feel more comfortable, you feel more confident. So comfortable fabrics, proper fit. I'm addicted to it. So ITY has four-way stretch. Let's do the horizontal stretch first. Really good, probably 60% here on this one, horizontal stretch. And not much vertical stretch. This probably has about a 15% give. So absolutely beautiful dressy fabric that works well for tank tops. I like doing a cardigan in ITY for, say, in the summertime, when you know somebody's going to have their air conditioner on full blast and you're going to be cold even though it's hot outside. It doesn't wrinkle, if you can see that. So it's a wonderful traveling fabric. So I can fold this up in my bag, take my ITY cardigan with me. It doesn't take up any space. It's a very small fabric, and layer it on over my tank top or whatever I'm wearing for that little bit of warmth. Now, one of the things about an ITY cardigan is that it's very flattering because it's not going to add extra bulk. So I love to do like a cocoon cardigan that has the folds to it, and you get to see that drape, but it doesn't add any extra bulk. So it's not like a big bulky sweater knit or something like that. All right, that was ITY. Now I'm going to show you a similar fabric called DTY. So ITY, DTY. Now the way that they are different is that drawn textured yarn has a little bit more body. So it's almost like ITY and double brushed polyester had a baby. It's kind of the perfect in-between fabric between the two. So it has a little bit more drape than double brush polyester, a little bit thinner, but more body than ITY, not quite as slinky. It has that cool hand, but it's a little bit easier to work with during construction because it's not going to be slipping around. At the end of our program, when I'm done showing you all the fabrics, I will show you a couple notions that I rely on to help ensure professional results. when I'm working with knit fabrics, because there are a couple of little tricks that really help. So this is the Eden fabric. We saw this in a French terry as one of the first ones. This is that same all over leaf print. This is in a pink DTY, so soft and beautiful, wonderful for dresses. Again, children's clothes. Imagine a little girl's dress in this. Oh, you know what? I pulled out a dress that I made last week. It's double brush polyester, and I forgot to show you when I was doing the DBP. Whoop. So it's just a really simple garment. It's basically a t-shirt top with a little gathered skirt. And then I made to go with it these little bloomers. And so these are French terry, and these are double brush polyester. And they coordinate so cute together. Look at this little print. So these are bugs. Again, we love So English Fabrics designs their own prints. And Amanda Carita, the owner of So English Fabrics, absolutely loves kind of pushing that line a little bit between the gender neutral. Like anybody could wear this fabric. These bugs are so cute. And then I did a little headband for the baby. A little elastic headband to go and pull in. Anyways, so cute. Where was it? We were on DTY. Did we finish DTY? Okay. Again, what it was best suited for. Again, it has wonderful drape. So tank tops. I love tank tops. They keep you nice and cool in the summertime. A flowy, like a swing top. Or even add sleeves, even long sleeves. Imagine those, what are the fuller sleeves called? I'm drawing a blank. Imagine those fuller sleeves sewn in the wonderful drape of the fabric. All right, so next we're going to move on to rayon spandex. So this is a fabric that does not contain polyester. Everything else we've seen so far is a polyester spandex blend. Rayon spandex is a semi-synthetic natural fiber. So what exactly does that mean? Well, first we'll look at the beautiful print, because that's one of my favorite things, is to look at these beautiful florals. Look at this. Again, I love the ground. I love the space in between the print itself. It's just so beautiful. It makes the florals really pop. So rayon spandex, it is, the rayon family consists of rayon, modal, bamboo, and they're all made from natural fibers. Wood pulp, again, bamboo, beech tree. So they take these natural fibers and put them through a process to make the fabric. And the process it goes through has chemical relation to it that makes it semi-synthetic. But they are very cool, breathable, comfortable, lighter weight than any of the fabrics that we've spoken about so far. Wonderful drape. So let's look at the drape. You see this? A fluid drape. Now again, we talked about rayon and how it needs to be laundered a little bit more carefully or cared for to avoid friction. A lot of times people do not understand that it was the friction that caused pilling with their fabrics. Avoid that friction and your garment will stay looking new. I absolutely love this one. That hunter background is just so unique. This is our Hunter Blush Lily rayon spandex. And if you look for Blush Lily on our site, it is a very popular floral print. We have carried this on French terry, performance, a wide range of fabric bases. So we absolutely love this print, this floral print. All right, so now we are going to move on to sweater knit, which may seem a little unusual to discuss when I just said it was 102 degrees outside. But I wanted to show you our summer sweater knit. So Oakley sweater knit. So Oakley brushed sweater knit. Whoop. You can see this beautiful, romantic, light, summery print. This is the Heidi. So Amanda named this print after me. Oakley sweater knit is almost a misnomer in calling it a sweater knit. Technically it is, but it is such a tightly woven knit that it feels a little bit more like a jersey. When I say brushed, that means that it is brushed on the front for a smooth, soft, not quite fuzzy, but smoothed nap on the front. I don't know if you can see. It has really good two-way stretch, so probably 45% horizontal and a little bit of vertical give. This one's probably got about 20%. It has wonderful drape. You can see this. So the reason I bring up this Oakley sweater knit in the summertime is that I have used this for dresses. I use this for shorts, even tops, absolutely. And again, a lighter weight cardigan to carry with you and throw on when it gets chilly. Oakley brushed sweater knit. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you the back real quick, just so you can see how tightly woven it is. That it's almost a jersey and not quite as loosely knit as what we usually picture with a sweater knit. So I'm going to show you the sweater knit. This one's not in stock because we carry these in the wintertime. This is a more traditional sweater knit. This is a brushed pepper hachi. And you can see the weave. There we go. It's a little bit more loose. It's like a sweater, whereas the Oakley has more versatility because of that tight weave. Okay. Couple more, and then we'll move on to notions and tips and tricks. I have one woven to show you today. Again, I said I generally work with knit fabrics. However, we do carry woven fabrics as well. Generally lighter weight apparel woven. So chiffon, wool dobby, rayon challis, things of that nature. So this is a wool dobby that I have to show you today. And again, Amanda Carrito chooses all of our prints or has them designed for her. And she has the best eye when it comes to picking prints. Look at this beautiful floral. I'm a navy and pink girl. I'm crazy about navy and pink. So this is a woven. It does not have stretch. It does not stretch at all. Now it's considered a lightweight, but it does not need to be lined in order to be worn. So you can see it's not see-through, and you can just see that beautiful drape. Absolutely gorgeous. Lightweight. It's just fluid. So we have, So English Fabrics also carries PDF sewing patterns. So the one I'm going to give you a code for free at the end is a So English Fabrics pattern. And we have a woven tank top pattern called the Phoenix. And I absolutely love my woven Phoenix when it is unbearably hot outside and you can't wear anything else and be comfortable. I grab my woven Phoenix and it helps me stay cool. Absolutely beautiful. All right, a couple more real quick. I have a Ponte. Now, I'm not going to spend a long time on our double knits, again, because it's summertime and we're not carrying or sewing with quite as many double knits. But in the double knit family, we have Ponte, Scuba, Liverpool, these thicker bottom weight fabrics that work really well for knit pants that have a little bit more structure. Blazers. I love a good blazer, a Liverpool blazer. So the way that they differ is that Scuba is a double knit that is smooth on both sides. Liverpool has a bumpy crepe-like texture on the right side of the fabric. Now Ponte comes in two varieties on the So English website, nylon and non-nylon Ponte. This is nylon Ponte. Now the nylon lends it strength and durability, excellent recovery. So if you made a nylon blazer or knit slacks, they will not bag out on you. They will keep their shape all day long. You can see the firm stretch that it has. 4-way stretch. We've probably got about 30% vertical. It looks like less, but it's just because it's such a firm stretch. So it could have almost a compressive level stretch because that nylon lends it so much durability. So you can feel comfortable in your slacks, in your shorts, in your blazers, that they're well made, they're going to last, they're going to hold their shape, and you're going to remain looking put together and professional. So this is a beautiful emerald color, but we carry nylon Ponte and a wide variety of solids. Every now and then we'll carry a Ponte and a print, but generally they're solids. All right, and last, we are going to talk about performance. Now, performance fabrics are one of my absolute favorite fabrics. And I think sometimes people get a little confused thinking that they can only be used for athletic wear. And it's not true at all. And it doesn't have to look like athletic wear. I don't mean yoga pants to wear to Trader Joe's. I mean, they can be sewn into casual wear garments that do not have an athletic look to them. So I have two performance fabrics here. This is one of my favorite, and I wish that you could feel this fabric. It is so soft. It's brushed on both sides. And it's brushed not so that it has a fuzzy texture or a nap, but so that it loses that sheen that you sometimes associate with performance or athletic fabric. And removing that sheen gives the fabric a more casual look. So this could even be used for a blazer. Imagine that. Breathable, moisture wicking blazer. Extremely durable. The stretch is amazing because it is manufactured for athletic wear. It has amazing stretch. This is probably, this is my mental calculator going, 70% horizontal, 50% or more vertical. It has a slightly heathered look. And what was the name of this one? Teal Space Dye, Peached Performance. Peached refers to the very light brush, the brushing that it has to give it that matte look. So what can this be used for? Leggings, absolutely. If you enjoy wearing casual leggings, but want to feel covered, you don't want to be afraid that you always have to have your shirt covering everything because your leggings aren't stable and thick enough. Peached Performance is absolutely the fabric for you. Again, that stretch is just, and you can see that it's a firm stretch. So soft and comfortable. So shorts, shirts, jackets, a hoodie, hoodies, tops, zip-up jackets, really any casual wear can be sewn in performance. I have used it for formal dresses because it has that strength and security to help hold everything in. If it is a structured, form-fitting dress, this will make it lay better, if that makes sense. It'll just look more tidy. I just pictured a full circle skirt in this. Now the drape, we'll take a look at that, is more full. It's a little bit more crisp. There, so you can see that. But imagine a fitted top, maybe off shoulder around here, and then a full circle skirt in this. So beautiful. Sorry, I just get so distracted and excited. I'm sewing in my head while we're talking. Okay, and the last fabric I have to show you is also a performance, but the performance fabrics, they can range widely. And so this is completely different than the one I just showed you. This one, I would probably say is more suited for athletic wear just by the look of it, the garments that you would choose to sew with it. This is bamboo poly. It's moisture wicking, and it's a mesh in that it has those tiny dots, but it isn't see-through. You can't see my hand behind it. So my plan for this was maybe a polo for one of my boys, kind of an athletic looking, like a Nike-ish kind of polo, but it could be used for, and we don't have colors other than neon green. We have pink, black. I'm not sure exactly the colors that are left on the website because I know it's going quickly, but imagine like a tennis dress, shorts even. So the stretch we have here is 40% horizontal, a little bit of give vertically, not a lot vertically. So yes, I imagine like a golf shirt kind of a thing is how I'm picturing this, but tennis skirt, so cool. All right, now the last performance fabrics I have to show you are a family of fabrics that we call nylon spandex. Now, nylon spandex refers to obviously the content. It's a nylon spandex blend, but usually it's marketed as swim. So the nylon, again, lends it durability that enables it to be used for swimwear. So it will stand up to sun, chlorine, things of that nature. So when people see nylon spandex, they often think swimwear. And the prints are often a little bit more tropical, which is what I'm going to show you here. But not all of them are. And so I wanted to show you the versatility of this fabric and show you how it can be used for casual wear. So this is a nylon spandex. Look at this drape. Oh, this is a smaller piece. Look at that drape. It is a little bit silky, but not shiny. It's matte. And the stretch is going to be amazing because it's intended for swimwear. Let's see this. A firm stretch, probably 70% horizontal. It's a little piece, so it's hard to make sure I'm going vertically. Almost this, probably 50% vertical, so great four-way stretch, excellent recovery. This can be used for rash guards. I made my boys swim trunks in this, but also dresses, skirts, flowy tank tops. Again, the Phoenix tank top that I mentioned that I like to wear in a woven, we also have a version that you can sew in knit fabrics. So imagine a swing tank top sewn in a swim fabric that you could throw on over your sports bra, over your bathing suit, or just wear with a pair of jeans or a pair of shorts and feel cool and comfortable and confident. So another couple, so we don't, okay. So on our website, we have fabric by the yard. So that's the traditional way that you buy fabric. You choose, I want 1 yard, I want 2, I want 3. We also have bundles. Now bundles are generally 2 yards of fabric and 2 yards of fabric. So two 2-yard cuts that are paired together. 4 yards total, and they coordinate with one another. And I love that it enables you to see how well they coordinate, because that's not easy either. Trying to choose fabrics that complement one another in color or scale or things of that nature. So you're able to see that in the bundle section. I absolutely love bundles. So you will see a lot of nylon spandex in bundles. Sometimes they abbreviate it in S. And this is a beautiful nylon spandex. This makes me want to go on vacation. It's been too long since I went on a vacation. This is another gorgeous one. Again, a lot of these have a nautical, tropical theme, but not all do. Some are just florals that you could use for a dress. Look at this one. You can see that that's matte. Absolutely beautiful colors. The nylon takes the color so beautifully and retains it. So I just wanted to see this one. This one has a white background. So every now and then, a fabric with a white background, when you stretch it too much, it turns white. But I'm stretching this as hard as I can, and I'm really not seeing the white behind there. Absolutely gorgeous. Nylon spandex, swimwear, casual wear, keeps you cool in the summer. All right, so if I can get all these fabrics off my desk. Do we have any questions, Kennedy, before I move on to links and notions? Do you have any special needles for these fabrics? Okay, so I grabbed a couple notions that I wanted to talk about to help ensure professional results when using knit fabrics. It's not a lot that you need to have in order to be prepared, but if you have the right tools, it will set you up for success. So the needles that you will use in your sewing machine or your serger. And I did want to stress that you don't have to have a serger to sew knit fabrics. Obviously, it's easier. Sergers and knit fabrics go hand in hand because they create that strong seam that stretches beautifully and effortlessly. It finishes off your edge. It's gorgeous. If you end up sewing with knits a lot, you would definitely want a serger, but you can use your sewing machine and choose a stretch stitch, such as a zigzag stitch or the lightning bolt stitch. So on your sewing machine, it will look like a lightning bolt. That one has a more finished look of a straight seam, the lightning bolt stitch. I also like to use the triple stitch, which looks like 3 lines on your sewing machine, but what it does is it moves forward and back 3 times. So it produces a straight line of stitching that stretches and is very, very strong and durable. So needles, ballpoint, jersey, or stretch needles for your knit fabrics. And they differ from universal needles in that they are not sharp on the ends. They are rounded on the ends, and they gently move the fibers of the knit fabric aside. Rather than piercing the fabric, they move the fibers aside and push through. So jersey, ballpoint, or stretch needles. I prefer stretch. If it says stretch, and the sizes, most of the fabrics I've shown you here range through medium weight fabrics, probably 70, 11, 80, something like that for your needle size. So thread, polyester thread. I cannot stress that enough. If you've worked with wovens in the past and your supply of thread is generally cotton, grab a couple spools of polyester thread for your knit project, and it will help ensure success. Cutting. I work primarily with PDF patterns. So I print my patterns at home and I assemble them at home. I love the freedom that gives me to print as many sizes as I want. So for instance, my boys are 8 and 12, and they are growing faster. They will be bigger when I'm done with this presentation. So I can reprint the pattern in the next size up when they grow. So I'm not limited to an actual physical piece of tissue paper that I received at home. I can print it again and again and use it over and over. If I have a friend that I'm sewing for, I can print it and grade it in their size. So it allows me more versatility in that way. So because I use my patterns at home, and I like to use a rotary cutter and a mat. And the reason for that is that the knit fabrics do tend, for me personally, they tend to shift a little bit more. And I want to keep my grain lined up. I want to achieve a proper cut, which helps achieve a proper fit. Now, Amanda Carita, the owner of So English, uses scissors exclusively. She uses Kai, and she swears by them. So it's not imperative that you use a rotary cutter. If you feel more comfortable using scissors, by all means, use your scissors. I just find that not moving the fabric around, placing it down, using pattern weights and a rotary cutter is the easiest method for me to cut out my pattern pieces. Okay, so Wonder Clips. So the Wonder Clips, many of you probably already use these, are little plastic clips. I picked these up on Amazon, and they're just a couple bucks for hundreds of them. I use these instead of pins to hold my fabric pieces together. I honestly use them all over. The ones that my dog doesn't eat, I use for a multitude of purposes in my sewing room. So I have very few straight pins. I keep them around for just those projects where you can't actually get the clip where you need it. For everything else, I use Wonder Clips. And my most frequently used notion in my sewing room is wash away Wonder Tape, sometimes called quilting tape. So if some of you out there are quilters, you may be familiar with this. I buy it on Amazon in a big 2-pack. If you email us at hello@SewingMachinesPlus.com, I can give you a link to all of my supplies. I'm not an affiliate or anything. I just generally, I use this all the time. So what it is It's a 1/4 inch thick, and it's a double-sided tape. So you peel it off the backing, you would place it on your garment, peel off the backing, and if I can peel off the backing, so that's the actual tape itself. It's sticky on both sides. And the way that I use it is in place of basting. So because knit fabrics stretch, it just gives me a little bit more stability and confidence in certain areas of sewing the garment that it's going to hold its shape and remain lined up during the sewing process. So instead of basting, I use wash away wonder tape. So I'll use it along my neckbands. I will use it when lining up seams, which is where quilters often use it when they nest their seams to hold the two in place so they line up properly. You can even use it when you're hemming. If you're afraid that your hem won't come out clean, you can use wash away wonder tape around the entire hemline, hold it in place, and when you wash your garment, it washes away completely. There's no trace of it left. It doesn't act like an interfacing, changing the stretch or compromising the drape of your garment at all. So it's a temporary basting tape. I think that's it for notions. Those are all the notions that I grabbed. Yes, shop notions on SewingMachinePlus.com. Obviously, they have such a wide range of notions to help make every aspect of construction easier for you. Having the right tools and knowing how to use them makes such a big difference in both your experience, not getting as frustrated during the process, and achieving professional results. Are the pieces hard to assemble? Sharon asks. Do you trace the pattern on paper or the paper pattern? I used to trace. So what Sharon is asking is with PDF patterns, you print it on your home printer, you assemble the pages. So you have your standard 8.5 by 11 inch white pieces of paper, you tape them or glue stick them together to make your pattern. Then what? Sharon's asking. Do you trace it onto something else, or do you cut out the printer paper? I have moved to cutting out the printer paper. I used to use freezer paper, lay it atop, and I would trace, and then I had a master copy of the pattern. I have been sewing apparel for about 6 years regularly, and I built up such a large amount of master patterns that it became an issue storing them. And so I found that many patterns I didn't use as frequently as I had anticipated that I would. And so if it's a tried and true pattern that I use over and over again for my boys or my husband or myself, I will sometimes keep a master copy and trace, but very rarely. I usually just reprint and reassemble. So if you're new to PDF patterns and that seems a little overwhelming, like how do you even assemble them? How do you even do that? I have a full tutorial for a basic t-shirt that leads you through downloading your pattern, setting your printer settings so that you know that it prints correctly, printing and assembling, making sure that everything lines up, and leads you through every step of the way before you even get to actually sewing your garment. So if you're interested in that full beginner PDF pattern tutorial, just email us at hello@SewEnglishFabrics.com. Ask for Heidi's resource list. I will type up the full resource list. You don't have to remember what you want. Just say, I need her resource list. I will give you links to all the fabric, links to all the notions, and all the tips and tricks, and links to the tutorials that I have amassed. It'll all be together. Are there places? So it's still. Do we have any other questions, Kennedy?
Hey, oh my gosh, I could listen to you talk about fabric all day, all day.
I could talk all day. I really could. I could just start here and we could just.
Right. It's like, which one do I want to pick? No, I mean, oh my gosh, it's fabric. It's sometimes we overlook it because it's like, oh, it's just fabric, but there's so much in depth, with how it's blended and woven and all this stuff, and it all goes into the end result of your project, which is something so important, right?
Yes.
I know somebody asked real quick with the fabrics and embroidery.
Mhm.
So how would that handle? How would that go? I've used So English fabrics before. I don't remember exactly what fabric, but used embroidery on it, and I still have it with me. I stitched out, it was a little Christmas
Yeah.
thing just on some plain fabric, and I still have it. Me and
Yeah.
Candace were testing out So English fabrics, and I was like, "This is amazing. These are the
Yeah.
best."
Yeah.
It
Well,
was great.
we have a pattern called the Sulky Tee that we paired together with Sulky specifically to do embroidery. And we embroidered the pocket, which we found was a great beginner project. And I loved that because the sulky sewers were less familiar with knit fabrics and apparel, and the So English sewers were less familiar with embroidery. So the two communities
Yes.
came together, they learned from each other, and it was wonderful.
I
So
love it.
we used sulky solvy, something solvy. It was a stabilizer that
Yes.
washes away that we used behind the knit fabrics. And we did both hand and machine embroidery. So again, whatever stabilizer you usually use for embroidery can be applied to knit fabrics. If it's a
Mhm.
synthetic, most of these are synthetic fabrics, we do recommend using a medium iron and testing the heat on a scrap. Now, I have an old iron specifically for that reason, so I don't have to worry about it. But I know many
Yes.
of you have really high-tech irons, and they get really, really hot. So kick it down to medium, test it on a scrap, push it up a little bit higher. When you reach that threshold, and you're like, this is as hot as I can get, then that's your safe temperature.
Yes.
Whatever embroidery interfacing you usually use can be used on knit fabrics.
Perfect. Someone asked, "Please tell me you have a YouTube channel."
Um, I do have YouTube videos on the
Okay,
Central English Fabrics YouTube channel. So,
gotcha.
yes. But
So
a
a
lot
few
of sew
places to get
alongs
you,
we have.
which is great.
Yeah. So I will lead you through step by step, breaking down a pattern one day at a time is usually how I do it, because we all get together and we do one aspect of construction each day. But then you can access the videos as your schedule allows on YouTube and construct a complete garment. We could do a whole
Yes.
capsule,
Oh my gosh, yes. And like I said, you guys can come back and watch this episode of Stitch Nation. So if you guys wanted to go and shop, you can play her video and watch this episode while you're shopping, so you know what to look for. I mean, people were saying that they were shopping while they were listening too,
Yeah.
and that's great. So you know what to look for, which is it's just so important to
I meant to keep
find
popping
the
over to the
differences.
website and then got too carried away with the fabric.
Oh no,
It's
that's
all about
okay.
the
That's
fabric.
okay. Right.
But yeah, it's actually pretty intuitive on the website. You can even shop by color. So
Yes.
if you have a favorite color, you can shop by that. You can shop by style. So children's prints, florals. If you specifically love florals, you can shop by florals and then narrow it down. So florals and then double brush poly and see only those. And I find that helps me shop without
Yes.
having so much to look at. It makes it a little bit
It
more
can
simple.
be yeah, it can be some overwhelming sometimes if you're looking at all these different fabrics. I know some people were asking if you guys carried solids, and I know you do a little. You can always find the solids on there. So
Yeah,
they have tons of options. Oh my gosh, I can go and just scroll all day long on the website. It's
absolutely.
great. It's great. And you guys also have patterns as well, which is
Yes.
awesome too. Now, let's start getting into some giveaways. So I know you had something going on.
Yeah, let's see. I am going to give everyone a code for the Sulky Tea. And if you miss this code and you don't write it down, again, email us hello@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and we will give you all the resources, including the code. But it is free Sulky Tea. So FREESULKY TEE. And that is for a free Sulky t-shirt pattern. So when you go to the website, you would search for Sulky Tea, add it to your cart, and at the checkout, you would enter this discount code and it would make the pattern free. Then you will receive an option to download the pattern. And if you want the full tutorial for how to download, print, assemble the entire pattern and garment, email me and I will send it to you. So I also have a code for everyone that is participating today for 10% off a So English Fabrics purchase. If you made a purchase today while we were talking and you did not obviously use the code because I hadn't given it to you yet, email us at hello@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and we will apply it in retrospect. So the code is SMP for Sewing Machines Plus, SMP SAVE 10, SMP SAVE 10. There you go. So that is for 10% off one purchase. Well, as many times as you want, really. You can use it as many times as you want. Purchase at SewingMachinesPlus.com. It'll be good for the next week. And I was hoping we could give away a bundle. So you know what? I'm going to show you guys real quick. I know we're almost out of time. I want to show you the bundles real quick. Share. Look at me using technology. Okay. So at the top, you'll see bundles. You click on bundles, and you can see the fabric pairings here. Now, when you look at the title, you might be like, oh, I don't know what these abbreviations mean. Any of them that you click on, did I freeze? Am I frozen? There we go. If you scroll down, you can see under the description, everything's typed out for you. This is 2 yards of double brush poly and 2 yards of double brush poly that coordinates well with one another. Look at that fun soccer stuff. So on the bundle section, you will find fabrics that we do not have available in yardage. For instance, this one right here is a performance fabric that is absolutely stunning. For leggings, sports bras, jackets, blazers, this floral right here. And it's not available in yardage. It's just in bundles, paired with this adorable polka dot French terry. Love that one. So anyways, that's our bundle section. And I want to give away, let me stop sharing, a free bundle. So Kennedy, can you tell me how we can do that?
Yes. If you, should we just have them pick? They can pick a bundle, and if they want to email hello at
Yes.
So Steady, would that work? Or at So English, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you can pick our winner from your.
So
okay.
let's just go ahead and get started with the giveaways, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. So I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see. Let's add this. All right. So let's go ahead and draw. So you heard it here first. We're going to give away one of those bundles. So if you guys want to go check out the website and pick out whichever one of the little bundles with the 2-yard fabrics. And then if you want, go ahead and email hello@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and they will go ahead and get you that fabric bundle. That is so exciting. I'm excited. So we're going to spin the wheel. Oh, Candace is on here. Hi, Candace. Winona Mixon, congratulations. You have just won a free fabric bundle. So go ahead and email hello@SewingMachinesPlus.com and pick out the bundle that you want, and they will go ahead and get that out for you. And we still have some giveaways going on now. So it's just a giveaway day today, I think. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome. Okay. Now I think, should we get into our other giveaways, I guess? Let's go ahead and get started with those. Let's see, real quick. Let's get them on here. So since we were all talking about notions and talking about, your essentials and your needles and your tips and tricks that you always use, we are going to give away a $25 gift card. So that way you guys can go shop and buy some new notions for you. So she mentioned the Olfa rotary cutters. She mentioned the Kai scissors that Amanda always loves to use. We have those all on our website. So here's a $25 gift card for a very lucky viewer to go shop a little bit from today's show.
Polyester thread, ballpoint needles. Yep.
Yes, list off all your favorites.
Yep.
Okay. It's always so suspenseful. I want everyone to win.
No, I see their names and I'm
Candace Trevino. Now Candace can't win. She works here. So we're gonna go ahead and draw again.
As the names go by, I want to meet them.
Right? Well, we
Yeah,
have so many familiar faces like
I
Joe
know.
Allen I'm seeing, Wolfgeist, all of them. I'm like, "Oh, yay." Okay, Zena W. So congrats, Zena W. You just won a $25 gift card, and like I said before, you guys can come back and rewatch these videos, and while you guys are shopping at So English, while you're shopping with SMP, and get, all the notions that we had talked about today. Because all of them, I mean, I agree with you, all the scissors and cutters and Wonder Tape, they're essential for all of us over here too.
Yeah.
So we love it. Candace just commented, "Bummer. Sorry, Candace. You can't win today. I'll get you some snacks. I'll bring some over next time." Okay, let's go ahead and do our next giveaway. We're gonna do a sew mat. So if you have a serger or a sewing machine and you are looking for something to minimize the noise and the sound, this is gonna be perfect for you. They are amazing. They help with movement. I also use it as a pin cushion. So pretty fun, pretty fun. We'll have to get you a sew mat, Heidi.
I would love that.
We'll have to send you over one. Okay, ATL Lady Leo 1, congratulations. Make sure you guys are going to smplive.tv and filling out the information in that form, and that way you guys can pick your prizes, and with the sew mat, you can pick whichever mat that you want. And yeah, so head over to SMP Live and claim your guys' prizes, and we will get those shipped out to you. Let me pause real quick, and I will come back over here and just say thank you so much, Heidi, for having me on, or for having you on, for you coming on today. Look at me. I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on today. I had such a fun time. I've learned so much just in this little hour, and I hope everybody else did too. It was such a great show today.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun. The only thing I would change is that I'd love to meet some of the people that were listening.
Right, right. That's the thing with virtual is
Yeah.
I can't sit and meet everybody, but well, with SMP, we're having a big new product party August 12th and 13th. I don't know if you're going to be in California, maybe,
No.
I don't know. But we're having a huge party and you can come out and meet us all. And if you are thinking about getting one of the top of the line machines that we sell at our retail stores, email CEO at Sewing Machines Plus and we can fly you out. We'll fly you out to come buy your brand new top of the line machine. So if you guys are looking at those new machines, the Janome M17, all the new Berninas, email at CEO at SMP and we can go ahead and get you flown out here and join the party so we can meet some of you.
And
We
you
want to
carry
meet
brunette?
all of you.
You carry brunette as well?
We do. Oh my gosh.
I cannot. Am I going to move the right way? Yeah. I cannot recommend my little B64 enough. I absolutely love this machine. It's just.
Oh, it's one of our most popular sergers.
I think a lot of people didn't even realize that Bernina had a sister line, Burnett, and that the quality, the Swiss quality, is still there at a lower price point. Because I, in my sewing journey, am not quite there yet. I can't wait to achieve one of the machines that you just mentioned.
Right.
But I wanted that air threading. I sewed so often enough that threading and rethreading was a consistent thing that I had to do that ate into my time, that made me less prolific and efficient. And the B64 is amazing. You literally just drop the thread in and push the button. It threads the whole machine for you. It's almost fun to change your thread now.
Yes.
Which I would
Who
not
would have thought? Who would have thought?
And so it makes things seem less daunting. You know, like starting a new project, like, oh, I don't have the right color thread. No, you just throw it in. Absolutely love it. And it's a workhorse because I sew constantly.
Oh my gosh. With the serger, you start and you never stop. I mean, to those watching, I mean, even with sewing in general, threading, and if you don't have the best eyes, I mean, I have glasses. I can't see anything. So threading a needle for me can be really difficult sometimes. And having that auto threading and the air threading that's in a lot of the sergers now is so helpful. And it makes it not as daunting to go sit in your front of your machine and you're like, oh, got to change 4 threads now.
Like it was second nature. Like I just thought I was really good at it. And then on my 40th birthday, I woke up and I've always had trouble seeing far away. I woke up and I could not see up close. And it's like it happened overnight. And people told me, you turn 40, you're not gonna be able to see up close. And I'm 44 now. And it's just every year, it's like now suddenly I rely on that auto threading. I can't live without it.
Oh my gosh. No, my glasses are on all the time now. And just that whole, people will tell me all the time, they're like, oh, the threading is such an issue, and I'm like, there's so many new features out there that make the threading the least of your problems.
Yeah.
Now your problems are which fabric you want and which thread you want. That's the biggest issue, which is great. It's great. Cutting that threading issue and all of the tedious things is so amazing, and these machines nowadays are killing the game. It's just amazing. It's so much fun. Well, anyways, now we're glad we got to chat about the sergers a little bit. I know everybody was kind of excited to see that we could work with those sergers and the knits. And I mean, I honestly prefer sewing with knits with a serger or serging with knits rather than sewing. It's just preference. I also am around Candace a lot, and that's her bread and butter. So she loves that serger and those knits, and she's always talking about so English. So it's really great. But yeah, more info about the sergers. Maybe we'll bring some more sergers on next week and talk about some more fabrics. Who knows? We'll see. You guys seem to really love today's show. But anyways, I will go ahead and let you go. Heidi, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody's all like, thank you so much. This was great today. They really enjoyed it today. And have a great rest of your day, and go sew something new today. Make something fun.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. Of course. Bye, Heidi. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming on today. I had so much fun. I was sitting here glued to my screen watching her talk about those fabrics. Just FYI, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to SMP Live. We've got such a fun show for you guys tomorrow with the steamers. Right, Roger? Got a big show going on tomorrow. Whoops. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Here, let me go this way. There we go. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you guys tomorrow. And make sure you guys say hi to Blaine for me. All right. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for spending the week with me every morning. Bye, guys. Thank you.